Welcome to part 2 of What If Ahsoka Turned to the Dark Side. Thank you for your support on part 1 of this video. If you haven't seen part 1, I recommend you watch that first before watching this video. Link will be in the description below. Ahsoka was pleased with the latest turn of events. The Council had decided that the Jedi should split up in their quest to look for Darth Sidious. Ahsoka thought this would lead to the light side and dark side users eliminating each other, without any of her efforts. Yet Ahsoka sensed a lack of fulfillment in letting the others do the work. Disobeying her master's orders, Ahsoka jumped into her starfighter, left Coruscant, and headed to the planet of Serenno, where she could sense a darkness hanging over it. Landing on a ledge beside a cliff face, she could make out the distinctive figure of Count Dooku, training a group of robed figures. Ahsoka laughed as she watched over the figures performing basic lightsaber routines, her laugh echoing across the whole planet. Dooku and the figures turn around, as Ahsoka gently floats down and greets them. Dooku has heard reports of Skywalker's Padawan being immensely powerful from his master, but as she stood in front of him, he couldn't sense anything special. Dooku decided the best thing to do would be to test Ahsoka's abilities, and summoned a small bolt of force lightning, seeing how she would react. As Ahsoka deflected the bolt with ease, she smirked, as she had had enough of the games, and let out a huge force wave, toppling all of the surrounding force users. Dooku got up, and refocused, ignited his red blade, and along with the remaining assassins, moved menacingly towards Ahsoka. Ahsoka didn't even bother to ignite her blades, as she raised her hand, and instantly cracked the spines of all of the assassins, killing them instantly and leaving only Dooku. Dooku was intelligent, and knew when he could not win a battle. Distracting Ahsoka by throwing some of the bodies of the assassins, he took off into space with his shuttle, knowing that his master had been correct. Anakin, meanwhile, had been flying across the galaxy upon the Council's request, looking for the mysterious Sith Lord, who had turned out to be his close mentor, Chancellor Palpatine. Suddenly, he sees the distinctive silhouette of Dooku's solar sailor ship. Pursuing it, he sees that Dooku is escaping with immense speed and agility. But what from? Anakin thought to himself. As Dooku vanished into hyperspace, Anakin asked his trusty droid R2-D2 to bring up the star chart. He was approaching the planet of Serenno. Entering the atmosphere, he could detect the distinctive force signature of his Padawan. What was Ahsoka doing here? Anakin thought to himself again. This was another unusually reckless move from his usually level-headed Padawan. Anakin landed beside Ahsoka, who was looking slightly sheepish, and got out of the ship, asking Ahsoka what she was doing on Serenno, when his orders were for her to stay at the Jedi Temple. Ahsoka merely stated that she had sensed through the Force that Serenno was important to revealing the location of Sidious, and avoided talking about the bodies. With Anakin looking at Ahsoka suspiciously, they ventured inside the fortress of Dooku. The fortress was similar to the layout of the Jedi Temple. However, Anakin managed to locate an underground crypt. Entering it, the duo scanned the area for traps, and eventually found a holocron with Sidious's figure, informing Dooku how him, Dooku, and Grievous would infiltrate the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. This was perfect for Ahsoka, as the Jedi and Sith would eliminate each other. The duo quickly contacted the Jedi Council, telling them all to reconvene back to Coruscant. As they eventually land in the Jedi Temple hangar, they see the figure of Mace Windu running to them, asking them to head back to the Jedi Council chambers again. With a quick meeting, the Jedi Council decide on their strategy. They decided to split up, with Yoda and Mace Windu leading a squadron of clones to one wing, and Plo Koon in disguise leading an aerial squadron. Other Jedi Council members, Masters, and Knights were divided to cover other areas of Coruscant according to their resources. Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka were designated to track down Count Dooku, with them having experience of encountering the Sith Lord. All other Jedi were to alert the Council members, were they to spot any of the dark side users. For Ahsoka, this was a chance to use her powers, and prove she was worthy of being the Padawan of the Chosen One. That is it for part 2 of What If Ahsoka Turned to the Dark Side. If you'd like to see a part 3, please like this video and subscribe for more tips, as we are getting really close to 100 subscribers, and as always, leave a comment on what tips you'd like to see next. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.